And I'm like, well, I'm from the South Side, Cal City. And he's like, oh, you mean like Cal Park, Dalton, whatever? I'm like, uh-huh. Kari goes, yeah, silent. And then she's like, well, I'm from Palatine. Palatine. I said, don't let this bitch fool you. I said, she grew up in Mount Prospect and she resides in fucking Inverness right now. I don't know who she's kidding with. And she thought she was trying to fit in. She was naive. The boys and I figured it out. Dalton, Cal City, Harvey, the Heights, Cal Park, real fast. So that became a running joke over the years. Palatine, every time she said it, and Cheryl said it in the hospital this week, and I looked at her, I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now. You just said it like your sister. It came across as like compass, but they didn't mean it compass. It was Palatine. And I was like, Palatine. So as I was leaving the hospital, I took a sign of the Palatine. And I had to fucking print it out. Because it's fucking P-Town. February through July of 2007, she thought I was loose meat. She was trying to set me up with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. She was so pissed off at me that I bought a condo in Indiana. She's like, what the fuck, Teresa? I need you closer to me. So I turned down about 19 people. And then I finally caved to the love of my life today of almost 18 years, Kevin. So I have her to thank for that for the rest of my life. In 2015, I asked her to become my maid of honor. She said, you fucking asshole. I'm like an old maid right now. I said, well, I'm sorry. I finally broke at 39 to get married. I just didn't want to be a 40-year-old virgin. I mean, bride. An hour before I'm getting married, I'm like, holy shit, I didn't write my vows. Kind of like the bullet points. I didn't write my vows. I'm like, Kari, can you write them for me? You've known Kevin longer than me. Because she spoke, except the F word, and she wrote so eloquently. Can I get an Ella on the left and a Quint on the right? Heidi made me do this last night. So sorry. So eloquently, she always spoke and wrote. Speaking of the love of life I have and I found through her, when I met Brian 12 years ago, I knew she found her soulmate. She glowed. A love that is immeasurable and inspiring by all. And there was just such unconditional love, and I'll be forever thankful you for that, for my best friend. She was so determined that when she got married, I'm blending the Moors and the Torianis. So it became the Morianis. She was so determined, she said, damn it, I have these kids, they're gonna get together, one family. Brian loves my kids, you know, I love Brian's kids and so forth, and she was so determined and she succeeded that. By all of you here today, thank you for being together. And don't lose that for her. Another fond memory. We almost got killed in St. Thomas. A company work trip. Dot your I's and cross your T's. I don't know how we weren't in HR the following week. Maybe they felt sorry for us because we almost got killed. So we're leaving the club. I'll leave it at what type of club it was. We go outside for a cigarette. Sorry, kids. We go outside for a cigarette, and all of a sudden we turn around. Lights are shut off. Cars are gone. Nobody's in town. We're banging on the door, and they're like, yeah, you get in here, you owe a bar tab. I'm like, a bar tab? Our friends left us. What are you talking about? So we scraped together some change, we figured it out. But then we realized we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, our cell phones are dead, and we're completely screwed with a half a bag of cigarettes. We heard the screechings of a black SUV roll on by. Said Kari, I get the two mixed up all the time, sorry. Kari, Duck. She's like, what do you mean, Duck? Again, naive. I said, because I'm Cal City and she's Palatine. So I said, do me a favor, Duck, get behind the bush, blah, blah, blah. The truck rolled back. Brian remembers the story. He said, you're never allowed with Nagel on a trip ever again. And we ran for the docks, and we hid in the boat till security came after we heard gunshots. We were saying our goodbyes because we thought we were totally done. We thought we were done. That's just another fond memory. 2 years ago in my backyard, the bee sting, the infamous bee sting. So I was having a Mexican fiesta, shocking because I live in Streamwood, Illinois. Julio. And a bee, I think, just popped right into those refried beans and he's stuck like quicksand. And she comes in and she's like, Teresa, Brian, something's wrong. And I'm like, you've always had a fat tongue, you're fine. Fine, you're good. Brian's like, you're good, baby, you're good. Give me a beer. And Heidi goes, this is serious, Brian and Teresa. This is really serious. You could die from this right now. And we're like, okay, maybe she's the one right now that's speaking to us going, fuck, I gotta get her somewhere. So we went to the second different physician's place or whatever, and the doctor goes, you should have been in the ER. I don't know why you're here. But here's 50 milligrams of Benadryl, and hopefully your tongue gets back in a week to normal. So we laughed so hard because we looked at each other, and we could always have a conversation with just looking at each other. We didn't have to say anything. We just knew what we were saying, what we were thinking. And so we laughed so hard, I took a video of it, and Glenn's gonna play it in a minute. I mean, we pissed ourselves so hard from laughing. At work, you know, you got the OGs here in the room, the real OGs that are already retired. Then Worthy became the OGs, and then you got these little bitches that are coming in at 25 at the wake last night, and I'm like, what the fuck? I could be your mother! Let me teach you a thing or two. But mother hen, like Kari and I, she took these kids on her team. And they looked up to her and they said, it's my work mom. It's incredibly touching. Because I hope she just taught them the worst rules ever. Kari was incredibly thoughtful, intelligent, beautiful, inside and out. Kind, creative, witty, compassionate, passionate, inside and out, to her core. She had a doer's do attitude, and that's who us OGs are. She could make friends wherever she went. She knew everybody where she went. We were so fucking opposite, but yet so alike. We hated wearing underwear. We're both passionate. We like to kill the competition. Sorry, Bridget from Southern Wine Spirits is in this room. So just so you know, Bridget, I gotta take on Kari's territory too to make sure your wine's gone. Just say it. None but love for you, but business is business. This week, I texted Kim, Kari's sister, and I knew that Kari was with Al. His favorite number was 37. 37 basketball. Riley had the number 2. 37 on a fucking Super Bowl board. We had a board for Al's funeral. Like, of course, gambling, right? But I modified my Jewel card about 19 times this week. And I said, finally, my guy sells Miller Lite. He didn't tell me it was on sale. And I was clipping coupons. I finally went back and I got back in and I hit submit and I realized there's 37 items in the cart. I took the screenshot and sent it to Kim and it was 10:37 a.m. Then after I completed the order with my CV code on the back of my debit card, the fucking total was 337. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. One of the icing on the cakes was yesterday. My mom called me up and said, you're a fucking idiot. I said, well, thanks, Mom. I really appreciate that. I know I didn't go to college, but, you know, I try my hardest. So I told my mom last Sunday, I said, don't worry, from the family, I'll send a nice plant, make sure Brian feeds it, it's to stay at Kari's house. We're good, I got it, Mom. Every day this week I went, just like the Jewel app. I went back in, this plant, blah, blah, blah. Squirrel. A million things happened this week, right? Went back and finally placed the order on the way to my watch repair shop. And I was so pissed off voice texting in this phone. And apparently Siri picked up my words of cursing. And on the greeting message to the funeral home, our deepest condolences, the Nagel and Rowland family, fuck you.
No!
Only me. Only me. My mom called me immediately, who cannot see for shit. And I sent her a screenshot and said, it's done, it's done, it's been a rough week. She said, you're a fucking idiot. So I immediately am at the watch place and the girl's rambling on, who has zero sales skills, by the way. I'm like, can you hurry the fuck up? I gotta fix something. So the other girl walks up and she says, just call the funeral home. I'm like, I know, but it's gonna be a handwritten note, kind of like my notes on this fucking document today, whatever. So I called and said, you gotta write a note, take off the fuck you. That was Kari cursing me. So many incredible and unforgettable memories. I decided to leave out a lot of illegal activity and many more strip club stories. Memories that I will hold on to and cherish forever. I have broken miles no matter what. Brian and the kids, you're fucking stuck real hard with me. You were before, but it's real hard now. In Kari's words right now, trying to figure out what she'd say. It wasn't hard. But honestly, I think she'd just say, bye for now, fuck off, and it's time to carry on. I love everybody, every one of you in this room, and thank you for being here for Kari. Mic drop. I'm kidding.